Hi students, welcome to Bosco Campus Vision. Today's lecture deals with the classification of consonants based on the manner of articulation. In order to describe a consonant sound, we need the following pieces of information. That is, the airstream mechanism, the state of the glottis, the position of the soft palate, the articulating organs or points of articulation, and the manner of articulation or the structure involved. We have discussed the first 4 points in the previous session. In today's session, we are going to discuss the classification of consonants based on the manner of articulation or the structure involved. On the basis of the structure involved, that is, the manner in which the passage of air is restricted by speech organs and the sounds produced, consonants can be classified as follows. Plosives. A plosive or a stop is a consonant in the production of which there is a complete closure of the airstream at some point. Complete closure means both the oral and nasal passages of air are closed completely. The articulators come into firm contact with each other, thus blocking the airstream and causing the air pressure to increase. The nasal passage of air is closed completely by raising the soft palate so that it touches the back wall of the pharynx. The oral passage is closed by making a firm contact between some active articulator and the corresponding passive articulator. The air from the lungs is thus imprisoned behind the two closures. When the articulators are suddenly separated and the oral closure released, the air escapes with a small explosive noise. Sounds thus produced with a stricture of complete closure and sudden release are called plosives. There are 6 plosive consonants in English. They are P, B, T, D, K and G. Affricates. In the production of affricates, there is complete closure, but here the oral closure is removed slowly and instead of the explosive sound in the production of plosive consonants, an audible friction is heard. The 2 affricates in English are ch as in chin and j as in jam. Next we have fricates. In the production of fricates, the articulators are brought so close together. So the air from the lungs escapes through the narrow space between them and produces an audible friction or a hissing sound. The fricates in English are s as in sea, z as in zebra, th as in thin, d as in then, f as in fan, v as in van, sh as in ship, r as in pleasure, and h as in head. Trill or roll. In the production of a trill or roll, the active articulator strikes against the passive articulator several times in quick succession. The air from the lungs escapes through the space between the articulators intermittently. Sounds that are produced with a stricture of intermittent closure are called trills or rolled sounds. The letter R in English is pronounced as a trill by Scots. Taps or flaps. During the articulation of some sounds, the active articulator strikes quickly against the passive articulator just once. Such sounds are called taps or flaps. For example, when the R sound occurs between vowels, it is pronounced as a tap. Lateral. A lateral consonant is produced with the oral passage blocked at the center but open at the sides. The only lateral sound in English is L. Nasals. In the production of nasal consonants, the soft palate is kept lowered so that the nasal passage of air is open. The oral passage is closed and the air from the lungs escapes through the nose. Consonants articulated with a structure of complete oral closure are called nasals. There are three nasal sounds in English. M as in model, N as in net, and Ng as in king. Frictionless continuants or approximants. These are consonants which can be prolonged for a long time without any audible friction. The soft palate is raised and so the nasal passage of air is closed completely. The active articulator is brought near the passive articulator in such a way that there is a wide gap between them. The air from the lungs escapes through this wide gap freely without any friction. Sounds articulated with a structure of open approximation are called frictionless continuants. The R sound in red, right, etc. is articulated as a frictionless continuant. Semivowels. Semivowels are gliding sounds in which the speech organs glide from one vowel position to another. There are two semivowels in English, W as in watch and Y as in yes. The frictionless continuants and semivowels may together be called approximants, that is, sounds articulated with a structure of open approximation. So, that's about the classification of consonants based on the manner of articulation. Here is the question for you. Please do answer the question. Thank you so much for paying attention.